Hello students, how are you all? Hope all of you are well. Welcome back again in the next lecture of subject science of class 6th. So here in this particular lecture we are going to start a new chapter. In the last lecture we had completed the chapter number 12 and it was fun with magnets. And in the last lecture we had solved the exercise of that particular chapter. So here we are going to start a new chapter from your syllabus, and this is the chapter number 13. Chapter number 13, the title of this chapter is Light, Shadows and Reflection. Light, shadow means जो वो परछाई होती है वो, this is the shadow, and reflection, how light is reflected from one surface to the another surface. So how it gets reflected, that we will deal in this particular chapter. So first of all we will start from the basics of this chapter, and firstly we will gain the knowledge about the light. So what is light? First question arises in our mind, what is light? How light can be defined? So what is light? Sir, switch on the button and that is light. Tube light starts the glowing, this is light. So how light can be defined? This is not a definition of light. आप वहाँ पे स्विच स्टार्ट करो, जो आपको दिखे वहाँ पे ग्लो कर रहा है, this is light. So this is not a definition of light. So what is light? First of all we will clear about this topic. What is light? So definition of light is given. Light is an electromagnetic wave which provides a sensation of vision to us. Light is a electromagnetic wave. It means that it is a wave. Wave means what? Minimum to maximum. These types of motion. This is wave formation. So light is an electromagnetic wave which provides us sensation of vision. Suppose this is the completely dark room and you suddenly entered in this room, and there is a small source of light which is continuously blinking. So your eyes suddenly gets attracted towards that direction. Means it provides a sensation of vision. It provides a sensation. ये पूरा डार्क रूम था, आप एंटर हुए, कुछ भी लाइट नहीं थी, बट वहाँ पे अगर आपके फ़ोन की स्मॉल सी जो एलईडी लाइट ऊपर ब्लिंक होती है, अगर वो भी ब्लिंक हो रही है, सो आपकी आँख जो है सीधी उसी डायरेक्शन पे अट्रैक्ट होगी. मीन्स इट प्रोवाइड्स, इट गिव्स अ सेंसेशन. सो दिस इज द डेफिनेशन ऑफ लाइट. व्हाट इज लाइट? लाइट इज अ इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव which provides sensation of vision to us. So an object that gives light called source of light. So what is the source of light? The object which is giving the light, it is known as a source of light. For example, here tube light is blinking now. So tube light is considered as a source of light. So this is the source of light. In somewhat manner, there is a candle is burning. So candle is a source of light. Sun is giving light from the outermost distance. So sun is considered as a source of light. So the object which gives the light, it is generally considered as a source of light. So here we are going to learn about the two types of object, luminous or non-luminous object. What are the luminous and non-luminous objects? And these things should be clear in your mind. What are the luminous objects and what are the non-luminous objects? Let's see. On the basis of object will give or not give the light, objects are classified as follows. So on the basis of the object will give light or will not give light. लाइट वो देगी, जनरेट करेगी या नहीं जनरेट करेगी, उसके बेसिस पे हम ऑब्जेक्ट्स को टू टाइप्स में कैटेगराइज्ड करते हैं. ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ दैट object will give or will not give the light, the objects are classified as follows: luminous object and non-luminous objects. So first of all we will clear about the what is the luminous object. So object वो light अगर generate करेगी, these are known as a luminous object. Then object and the objects which are not generating the light are called non-luminous objects. So let's see what is given in this. Luminous objects give out light by their own self. Luminous types of objects are the objects which give out the light by their own, are known as luminous objects. So the objects which gives the light are considered as a luminous type of object. Examples are given: sun, it gives the light, so that's why it is luminous object. Burning candle, it is another example of luminous object. Torch, glowing bulb, tube light, and firefly. What is firefly? It is a one type of insect mostly visible in the monsoon. If you watch मॉनसून के अंदर फायरफ्लाई एक इंसेक्ट होता है जो उड़ता है, तो उसके अंदर से लाइट जनरेट होती है. सो दिस इंसेक्ट्स आर नोन एज अ फायरफ्लाई. फायरफ्लाई इज ऑल्सो कंसिडर्ड एज अ ल्यूमिनस ऑब्जेक्ट बिकॉज दिस प्रोवाइड्स अस लाइट. आर एग्जाम्पल ऑफ ल्यूमिनस ऑब्जेक्ट्स. नाउ द सेकेंड टाइप ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट इज non-luminous objects. What are the non-luminous object? This is the another thing. So that I told you, the object which does not provide the light, the object that do not provide the light are considered as a non-luminous object. So objects that do not give light by own self are known as a non-luminous object. So जो भी चीज़ ऑटोमेटिकली या इनडायरेक्टली, डायरेक्टली और इनडायरेक्टली इट इज़ नॉट प्रोवाइडिंग अ लाइट आर नॉन एज अ non-luminous object. Examples are wall. So this is the wall. It can generate the light? No. Even if you are burning it, it cannot generate. Wall, chair, table, pen, scale and bed. These are the examples of non-luminous objects which cannot generate the light by own. So on the basis of the releasing of light, objects are classified as two types: luminous and non-luminous objects that we had cleared here. Now the another thing which are very important, sources of light. I told you in the beginning of this lecture, that is the light, the object which generates the light, it is considered as a source of light. So on the basis of what? The object which gives the light are considered as a sources of light. So sources of light can be classified as a two types: natural source and artificial source. Natural, which is given by the nature, and artificial source, which are made up by the humans. So what are the natural sources? Sources of light which found in nature. Sources of light which are found in our atmosphere, in our nature, these are considered as a natural sources of light. For example, sun, it gives automatically light. So sun is the best example of the natural source of light. Stars, these are the another examples. In the night we have seen this one. Stars, sun and firefly. Firefly is also a natural source of light because we can't generate the insects. It generates automatically when monsoon comes. When monsoon comes, firefly can generate the light by itself. So this is considered as a natural source of light. And second source of light, it is artificial source of light. So what are the artificial source of light? The source of light which are generating by the humans. So sources of light made by humans are considered as a artificial source of light. For example, candle, it is made up by the humans, so these are the considered as a artificial source. Torch, tube light, all the appliances which are giving light are considered as a human or artificial source of light. On the further topic, we are going to move. In next topic, we are going to learn about, that is the how objects are classified on the basis of transparency. So what is the transparency that we are going to learn there? So let's look what is transparency. Now, transparency of material. How transparency can be defined? How can we define that object is a transparent or non-transparent material? So let's look what is given in this particular topic. So objects can be classified in three types. It is classified in three types on the basis of light passes through it. So suppose this is my object. So on the basis of light passes through it, these objects can be classified as a three types. अब इसमें से लाइट पास होगा कि नहीं, उसके आधार पर हम लाइट को ऑब्जेक्ट को क्लासीफाई करते हैं. सो हियर ऑब्जेक्ट्स आर क्लासिफाइड एज अ थ्री टाइप्स. फर्स्ट इज ट्रांसपेरेंट ऑब्जेक्ट. फर्स्ट टाइप ऑफ इज ट्रांसपेरेंट ऑब्जेक्ट. सेकेंड इज translucent object, and third is opaque objects. So what are the differences between these three terms? Let's look one by one. So transparent material means the material which can easily passes the light through it. This type of materials are known as a transparent material. For examples, materials which allows light pass through it them or light pass through them are transparent material. So suppose this is my object and through which light, if light is passes easily, then it is called transparent material. So this is the first type of material and it is the transparent material. Examples of transparent materials are given. Plain glass, a glass piece, this is the transparent material which allows the light passes through it. And air, this is our air. In this air light easily can be passed, so this is the transparent material. Second type of material is translucent material. What are the translucent material? The material which partially allows to pass the light through them are called translucent material. So suppose this is my material through which light is partially passes, थोड़ा थोड़ा पास हो रही है. Light is partially passes, that's why this type of material are considered as a translucent material. So what are the examples of translucent material? Oiled paper, पेपर है उस पर ऑयल लगाया, so it can allow the light to pass through it, but in somewhat fractions. And certain plastics, कुछ ऐसे टाइप्स के प्लास्टिक ऐसे हैं जिसमें से लाइट कंप्लीटली पास नहीं होती, बट इट पासिस पार्शियली. सो दैट टाइप ऑफ प्लास्टिक्स एंड ऑयल्ड पेपर आर कंसिडर्ड एज अ ट्रांसल्यूसेंट मटीरियल. एंड थर्ड टाइप ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट इज ओपेक. Material that do not allow any light pass through it are called opaque material. For example, this is my object. I am passing the light over here, but light does not pass through it. पास ही नहीं हो रही है. So these objects are considered as a opaque object. And examples of opaque objects are given here: wood and metals. Wood and metals and sand we can say. These are the materials through which light cannot pass. So these are the transparency of a material. There are on the basis of transparency, materials can be classified as a three types: transparent, translucent, and opaque type of material. Transparent, which can pass the light easily; translucent, passes the light partially; and opaque, which do not allow the pass the light through it. So these are the three types of materials. Now we are going to learn about the how light travels in a medium or in a air. So light always travels in a straight line motion. सीधा ही वो जाएगा. Light always travels in a straight line. These property of a light are called rectilinear motion. So the object which is moving in a straight line, so these motion are considered as a rectilinear motion. For example, this is my object and it is moving here in this direction. So these motion are called rectilinear motion. So light has the rectilinear motion and it is passing in a straight line motion. It is moving in a straight line motion. For example, so this is our earth. I am taking, this is our earth on which we are living, and this is the sun. So from the sun, the ray of light which is coming, these are the straight lines. These lines are straight lines. So these are the linear motion. The movement of light is a rectilinear motion. So light is travel in a rectilinear motion. So this is the basics of this chapter, and this was the basics of this chapter, and in the upcoming lecture we are moving on the interesting things. In this particular lecture we discussed first what is light, sources of light, then transparency of material, and how light is travels through any medium. It always travels in a straight line motion. So this is over to you. In the next lecture we will meet again with the interesting thing. Thank you.